Each semester, you are going to create a community learning agreement. Again, you can navigate to this page under the student menu on the left side of your screen. And to create a new community learning agreement, you're going to go to the menu in the top right, the drop-down menu, and click Available Actions, and then choose Add a Community Learning Agreement. And so your community learning agreement is going to correspond to the position that you're in. So if you are serving at one of our partner sites, you're going to find the position that corresponds to the role that you're in. If you are in one of our programs like CPI or Next, you're going to click on ACE CPI Fellow or ACE Next Fellow. So for example, I'm going to fill out a community learning agreement for a CPI fellow. You're going to go through and you're not going to edit the position information. You're going to make sure you select a site supervisor, your site supervisor that you report to. And then you're going to choose under My Role, Site or Project Coordinator. You're going to make sure you have the correct hours a week that you will be doing. So based on your service schedule, you should put in whether this is 8 hours, 10 hours, however many hours you're doing of service a week. And then all of our positions should have 0 to 10% fundraising. So once you're done with that, you're going to provide some information about the position that you're serving in and the work that you will be doing. Essentially, you should be completing the primary objective so that someone that does not know anything about your site and anything about what you're doing could go in and read this and have a clear understanding of the role that you're in for the semester. So there should always be something under the general issue area. You're welcome to choose one of the different options that you think fits what you're working on. And all of the following drop-down menus are populated by the menu before it. So for example, as a policy fellow, I will be doing capacity building work. The specific issue area I'm focusing on is policy research. Let's say I am working with a local after-school program, so the population served is going to be elementary school children, or I could say community. And then the objective is going to be, one of these things that, again, is populated from what I choose above. So I am going to be creating issue briefs in this position. So then you're going to choose a goal. So before you fill something into the box, you want to choose from the drop-down menu what you're measuring this goal by. So are there a certain number of children you want to work with or individuals? Are there a number of hours you want to complete, or maybe it's a number of projects you're hoping to complete? So for me, I'm going to choose hours, and I'm going to say that my service goal is to serve 150 hours this semester. And the measurement is going to be my observations as the student. So here, all of our primary objectives are going to look the same for the description. They have a similar format. What differs is the information based on the partner that you're serving with and the project you're working on. So really, this is your time, your place to provide us with additional information about your specific project. So all of our, like I said, all of our descriptions have the same format. It's going to be this semester, I will be, and so for me, I will be a CPI fellow. For someone else serving at the Boys and Girls Club, they might be an after-school coordinator. Then you're going to write, I will be, and fill in what you're doing. I will be researching policy and issues around the minimum wage increase and how it affects after-school programs. For someone else, going back to the Boys and Girls Club example, you might put in that you are writing curriculum and you are supporting the students in after school programming, helping them with homework, whatever it is you're doing, this is the place to fill that in. And then your last sentence, if you've provided enough information, is this will benefit the community. And you're going to really fill in how is the work that you're doing benefiting the community. You do not have to do a secondary objective, but you should go down and under learning goals, choose 2 goals, and these are goals that you have for yourself. So things that you really want to work on this semester in your service position, so maybe public speaking and communication. And then you're going to write a sentence about each. So why did you choose public speaking? Why did you choose communication? And so, I might say I chose public speaking as my goal because I will be doing a lot of that, presenting to partners. And then I also chose communication because I need to communicate well with my team. And then you are going to hit save, and your CLA will be saved. You can go back into it by under title, finding a CPI fellow, or whatever the position is that you've chosen, and then you can view the CLA that you created. And if you need to go back in and edit, you can choose available actions, edit CLA. And you'll be brought right back to that screen where you can edit. So an ideal CLA really provides a lot of information about the specific activities you're working on and completing, the overall impact and outcome of your service, and the beneficiaries of your service. So when you have good CLAs, it provides you with a great history of your progress, so that as you're going and creating your resumes, you can go back and look at your CLAs and see what you've done and see what you might want to put on your resume for the projects you've worked on. Each student should really have a distinct CLA, so even though I'm choosing the CPI fellow position, my CLA should be different than another CPI fellow and even another CPI fellow on my team. Because they're each written by different people, and we each have slightly different goals and views of the projects. So this document really, as you can see, outlines an ideal CLA and how to write one of those for yourself. Like I said, your CLAs are created at the beginning of each semester, and so you will need to create a new CLA for fall, spring, summer, each of the semesters that you serve with ACE.